Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, a brand new day wherein I've got my tablet so far away from me. Oh my goodness, it's quite a distance. Hopefully the volume of my voice is going to be okay. I have a med manager appointment in a half an hour. So I gotta get all this done. I have just taken a shower. I have torn apart my bed so I can change the sheets, and so I gotta go to the bank as well and pick up quarters so I can do my laundry. So yay on that. $1.75 per wash load, $1.75 per dryer load, and with all of the stuff that I had on my bed, you know, sheets and pillowcases and all that, oy vey. So I can only do the wash like once a week. At these prices, thumbs up. And on my beard trimmer, I lost the lowest one, the lowest level, the one that was 2 millimeters that I was using from my mustache and through here. So now this is like just almost down to the skin, and I'm letting this go. This one bothers me a bit because I like it shorter. This, I don't mind. You know, that's okay. It's different, massively different from what I used to have. I keep checking my how I'm centered on here. It's hard to see the centering lines. I'm trying to make sure I'm semi-centered. Not a ton I want to say today. Two things, though, that I want to talk about. One is, well, partially, okay, the first one I'm going to jump in with. Somebody in comments had mentioned, hey, did you notice that on Humble Bundle, they had a bundle for solo RPG stuff? So I checked it out, and it was $18. I could afford $18 for everything, so I bought that. I'm going to check out everything, and even if I didn't, you know, even if I owned everything, which I don't, so I'm kind of very interested in it. There's a lot of stuff I don't have. At the same time, a very tiny amount, but some of it does go to charity, so thumbs up for that. But back onto, I've got a list up there of things. Yay! One of them was, there is a fellow called C4, Ceephour. I don't know if he's my age, but he's an older fellow. His beard is mostly white, but not entirely. And he's been on a journey. He's been expressing seeking behavior. But he has been seeking what he has been trying to find through board games. And board games have just not been doing it of late. And so he's been branching out, and he's gotten D100 Dungeon, and he's gotten 4 Against Darkness. And he's talked about what he likes about D100 and what he likes about 4 Against Darkness. He's done about 8 D100 Dungeons, and he's going on, and he's done about 3 4 Against Darkness episodes. The itch that he was seeking to scratch, that which he is seeking, he was not finding in board games at all. But in the randomness of books, he is finding what he's looking for. Not entirely, but getting closer. D100 Dungeon is really, really close to being exactly what he wants. 4 Against Darkness, the base game, doesn't really do it for him. But so he's going to start picking up some of the supplements, and that even bugs me because the base game is easy to get bored with. But even itself, even the game publishers and all that, they do not advertise it as an RPG. It is a dungeon crawling adventure game. So it's only so deep. But they've had a whole bunch of things that have come out that people call essential for it. And just a couple days ago, there was a big 400-page release that I haven't gotten because it's a lot of money. But I'm going to be looking into picking that up in time. But it's like, it looks like it adds full overworld town stuff to it. So thumbs up for that. But he's been looking into that and getting his itch scratched through the book stuff. Again, D100 being more what he's looking for Against Darkness with supplements, kind of, but he's going to continue his journey, and that is a good thing. Whereas I am branching out. I have been getting some board games and having some board games still delivered to check out, and I have some stuff showing up on Saturday. Oh, I can't remember. I haven't talked about this recently, but there's this fellow who in 2022 started making solo wargaming books, Mike Lambo. It isn't even the end of 2023, and I think he's got like 20 or more of these. I have 2 of them showing up on Saturday because I already own 10 in his series, so that's cool that I got 2 more showing up. There's also an 8-book series called Fabled Lands. I talked about this yesterday. The first book, the only one I've ordered, so it'd be weird if any other showed up, but the first book is showing up along with the Mike Lambo books on Saturday. So thumbs up on that. A very, very good thing indeed. But I just thought that was very cool that C4 is going out and finding that his seeking behavior is being positively rewarded. My seeking behavior has been rewarded, but also, as I've mentioned, I don't have to actually play the game to get enjoyment from the game. In a lot of cases, just my knowing that I have it is enough enjoyment. Reading through the rules or just pretending, imagining what I could do with it is as pleasurable as actually playing it. Sometimes more because of my executive dysfunction and such. Sometimes the effort required to push forward and actually play is an unpleasant amount of pressure to push through. So it is more fun to not do so and to just read the books and stuff. Something was humming or making a loud noise, and I only now noticed it because it's gone away. So I don't know if it was my next door neighbor taking a shower or what, because there are 4 people in each one of these buildings. And while I don't have a full set of neighbors, I do have at least one in this building. So, yay. But I'm just now not aware of it while it was there, but now that it's gone, its absence is loud. So thumbs up on that. But I'm still going to be doing a lot of these solo things. I really want to do, there's this one, Demons and Dungeoneers, that is really, really good. Oh yeah, I can hear water flowing, so my next door neighbor must have been showering and is now doing something with their sink. Either that or it's my refrigerator. But these Demons and Dungeoneers books they're like the Fabled Lands stuff in that they're really not linear at all. As like you're, say, walking towards a tavern, there'll be the normal, here's your choices thing, and then there's oh look, there's someone walking through a field. Do you want to go check it out? And it's put at an actual angle in a little box, like you're playing a game or watching something and a prompt came up that you could choose that instead. So you can walk towards that person and it completely side rails the adventure. You go off and do this, but when you're done, you click the page. It's a hyperlink as well. It gives you the page number as well as the hyperlink, and it brings you back to the tavern. So it's very, very adventure gamey that way, computer adventure gamey that way, which is cool. And they have, which I thought was very nice, there's a lot of character sheets. They tell you how to make characters, and then well, no, they don't. They have characters you can choose that are in the games, but they have released all of the characters that were in the books for free. So if there's a character that was in book 10 and you only have the first 2 and those are the only ones you wanted, you could still play with any of the characters from book 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and that is very, very cool. Definitely a thumbs up on that. Past that, just checking up my list up there again, the only other thing that I really want to talk about again, because now it's 11:01, I have plenty of time before my appointment, but I'm the type of person that becomes anxious and nervous for even things that are normal. And this is a normal appointment with my med manager. But I am nervous and anxious because of that. But because of this thing that I wrote up on my list, one of the things I was listening to this morning, there is a YouTube channel, Geek Gamers. I don't know what the person's name actually is, and that's not really important that I know what her name actually is, but she talks a lot about solo gaming. She's written a couple books about solo gaming, some of them about solo gaming, some of them solo gaming tables and books to help you actually play the game. It's like some of them solo gaming theory versus solo gaming practice, and so she's got much more practice, which is the tables and all that, versus the theory, but she has a couple on the theory. But she was talking about all the various things that there are out there, showing 10 books that were off of her library, and for some dumb reason this just clicked in my head as a, since creatures and monsters have to go through your dungeons because they live there too, if you have a password thing like a magic mouth, a lot of them it's like, oh, the adventurers are stopped by riddles, they're in a dungeon. But a lot of them, if they're password, they would have to be oriented towards the people that are actually doing a lot of the passage in the dungeon. So what if it is a stupid goblin? So you, as your adventurers, you come up against the magic mouth next to a door, and you know that you've got to come up with the password. So you walk up to it, and for some reason, this strikes me as funny because number one, how explicit it has to be, and then number two, it's non-interruptible and repeatable, which means the people that they're talking to don't learn this basic stuff, which is like, okay, need password, here question, what on hand, or what where on hand. Okay, you need answer now. On hand. That not hand. Top part of body. No, that's still not hand. Top part of body. On arm. That not arm. On arm. Okay, now end of arm. No, end of arm. That hand. What where on hand? Is it glove? Moose? Wall? No, you answer now. And then it goes through that every time because the goblins don't learn. So it's like, no, top part of body. No, top part of body. It's like anticipating that they're not going to know. Oh, top part. Oh. So that just strikes me as funny, and to explain it strips all the humor out. Hopefully you understand and I didn't ruin the joke. But still, I am 13 minutes in and freshly showered and hair and beard trimmed as stated, neck trimmed so that the turkey waddles of my neck show up more easily. Yay, it's fun growing old. The encroaching wall of death approaches me faster each and every day. 10 years ago, all of the people that were involved in my wedding were still alive. My parents, my wife, my two in-laws. My genetic father was still alive. In 2014, my wife died. And then my parents died. And then my in-laws died. and then my genetic father died. So, yay, 2023. I don't have many more people left to lose, so hopefully 2024 will be better. I do have my children. I have 3 children. They are largely estranged, and that sucks. I have my sister and her family. I have stepsisters that are older than I am, so I'm not too sure how well they're doing. I mean, I know things are bad, at least in 2 cases, 2.5 cases. One of them, their husband has already died. Another, their husband or soon-to-be husband is dead. So that leaves the third, who, like 20 or some odd years ago, had a heart attack in the widowmaker part of their heart. So they lived through it, thankfully, but goodness gracious. So, yay. Hopefully I'm going to last at least another 10 years, hopefully another 14, maybe like my genetic father, I'll now live until I'm 81, or be like the actor James Hahn, who's like 96. You know, we never know. Thumbs up for that. I'd hate to kick off like tomorrow, but I am an organic being, and we do die. And I am getting older. It really sucked. Oh, I'm going to talk about this one. It wasn't a big thing. It took a lot of work. I might even have talked about it, but there was a metal door going into the bookstore, and I used my hand to stop the metal door. So the metal door slammed into my hand hard back here. A tiny bit of my skin, like this big, maybe 2 millimeters in length, 1 millimeter wide, it skin tore, which is where your skin is not cut or, you know, ripped and with force. You know, there's not like a knife that comes down or you're hitting a rock. No, your skin is being stretched and then it tears. And that's what happened. That tiny bit of skin stretched and then tore. Just that little tiny bit. That's what happens to old people. You have to be careful of skin tears because your skin starts getting really, really thin. I can really see the tendons and such in the backs of my hands because the skin is kind of thin, isn't it? Not totally, not completely, but boy, you can sure see those tendons move. You can sure see those blood vessels in there. Your DNA has something called telomeres at the end of them. Each time one of your cells divides, your telomeres get cut in half. When your cells run out of telomeres, they stop dividing. And then when they stop dividing, what's supposed to happen is apoptosis and they die. So your skin gets thinner. Your muscles waste away. Everything gets thinner because a lot of your cells are dead. So my skin tearing, even though it took a heavy metal door slamming into it on the back of my hand, even though it was a tiny, tiny little skin tear, that just reminded me I'm old now. And I don't like to be reminded that I'm old and that death is approaching quickly, and that could happen any day. Mortality is fun. On the whole, I'm okay with it. I didn't exist for 13.5 billion years. Now I'm existing for a brief spark. And then for how many trillions upon trillions upon trillions of years will I not exist again? Non-existence is scary, but kind of acceptable. The process of death sucks. Since I worked in healthcare, I'd worked with the smaller minority of people who died poorly. So not everybody dies the way I saw. Not everybody leaves poorly in a body bag, sadly. Death is not fun. Death is not pleasant. Death is not dignified. Death is not good. But at the same time, it doesn't have to be terrifying and just undignified and awful, even though it is. It's all in how you perceive it. Perception is reality. Well, I'm 20 minutes into this, and I never thought I'd be more than 2 minutes, so I would like to thank each and every one of my Patreon patrons that I don't have up here on a list yet. I'm hoping to get that done here pretty soon, which means with my executive dysfunction, probably within the next month, I hope. I'd like to thank each and every person who has left me a comment in the past 24 hours. There are a lot of you. Thumbs up and thank you. I didn't get as many views as I normally get on my last video, but you know what? I didn't talk about a lot of great stuff, just like normal. So thumbs up on that too. But for everybody who left me a comment, thank you. It is appreciated. Yay! So until that time, I am going to do my appointment in 15 minutes. I'm going to get this edited afterward, rendered, uploaded. Definitely a thumbs up. Before I do all of that, I am going to record an epilogue afterward talking about my appointment and good, bad, indifferent, and such like that. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very good thing. And now I gotta reach way forward to hit the on-screen stop recording button. Good golly, Miss Molly. Hokey smokes. You can lick any other psychedelic toad, just please don't lick that one. Anyway, I just finished my therapy session using my laptop, and everything still is a mess. I have to go get 20 bucks worth of quarters so I can do my wash. I took them out the garbage, so I've still got that. I have things that I need to put away. I still have shirts and such that need to be put away. There's all my pillows and my pants that need to be folded. An extra pair of stockings, well, not pair, but an extra stocking that came out as I was getting things ready. And I need to flip the 2 mattresses that I have here. The top one is actually, it's pulled towards us right here. But it is larger than the bottom one, so I do need to flick that around. But I need to finish getting the wash all done, getting my bed all made. There's an advertisement for this. Diet Mountain Dew actually to me tastes a lot like either Sprite or Fresca, if you've ever drank Fresca. It's like caffeinated Fresca. So thumbs up for that. But I've been drinking a lot more soda because I would show you the water that we get. It is low flow water, and so if I fill a glass with it, the glass looks like I've filled it with milk. It takes about 15 minutes for all the bubbles to clear out and for it to become just, see through it water. So takes a while. But yeah, I have finished my therapy. I am going to walk to the bank, get 20 bucks worth of quarters. I'm going to go to the store, pick up a few things. I'm going to pick up some pain control medication. I have to stop by Walmart, check on another medication. So, hey, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very, very good thing. With my trailer trash Christmas lights.